You're looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me. I look like you want to look, I fuck like you want to fuck. I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all ways you are not.
Jones show.
Is Reginald P. Jones. We'll call him RPJ.
Reginald P. Jones.
I'm so fucking stupid.
RPJ.
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 Like Reggie P. Jones.
Fuck you, RPJ.
Mr. Reginald P. Jones.
RPJ.
We'll call him RPJ. Fuck you, RPJ.
RPJ.
I swear to God, Reggie.
You a motherfucker, RPJ, man.
Fuck you, RPJ.
So fuck you, RPJ.
Fuck you, RPJ.
I'm so fucking stupid.
Take two. Hello, hi, and welcome, folks. My name is RPJ, and this is Johnathan Steele. How are ya? How you doing? What's up? What's going on with you? Me? You know, the other day I saw this on the internet, and I thought this word best described me. It's a word from the internet. It's called swell. I am swell. Thank you for asking. I know I'm a bit odd and awkward today, but that's what it is. And I love to introduce to you a good friend of mine, a lovely and beautiful woman that I am really happy that we are back to being friends and friendly with each other. And she has a lot of funny stories. And she's just a great young lady. Her name is Tiffany. Tiffany, you want to say hello to the audience?
Hello.
Tiffany is a words. She's crazy with the amount of talking she just did just now. She says hello. So who are you?
I am Tiffany, a mother of 3, and just a normal person like everybody else.
Normal? Oh my goodness gracious! Then you must not be for you.
Well, not everybody. So there's quite a few nuts. One that I know very well.
Yeah, I bet. So I'm gonna go right into the social media aspect of you and of your life. Basically, we're going to deal with this one person that we initially, way back when, you and I and your friend Kat and other people, we had a definite goal in mind, a definite goal in exposing a person that was stalking another person, and we were trying to make sense of it. You guys came with the anecdotes and stories and truths. And we were really trying to just get this person to stop doing what she was doing. And that person happens to be, used to be a great friend of yours, the divine dummy, Jamila Briscoe. So,
correct.
Yeah, so when did you meet her?
I met her when I was 13.
Okay.
Yeah, we lived on the same block, and I was actually dating for about 4 months Aaron's cousin. That's actually how I met Aaron. And I met Shani through Aaron because she was the one that was older than us, hooked up the liquor. She was like, she had the party spot.
How much older was she than you?
She's about 6, 7 years older than me.
Wow.
6.5.
So when you were 13 and Kat was 14, she was 19 or 20.
Correct. She had her own place, and she had the hookup on the hooker, the fake ID, the cousins that got us into the bars, and it was like the party life.
I don't blame you. I see why that would be fun to have someone, we can hang around and, get drunk with, smoke some reefer or weed. I can see that as be very attractive for a young person to hang out with someone like Shani. Did you find it a little bit odd though when you thought about it? Like, why is this grown woman hanging out with us? I mean, maybe she's a teenager, 19, 20, but why is this grown woman hanging out with us? We're basically kids. Did you ever think that?
To be honest, I thought I was grown, trying to do too much, trying to grow up too fast, and just thought I was cool having a friend to buy me liquor.
I like the way you
You
said
want
that.
honesty? There it is.
I love it. That's great. I didn't even expect you to say that. It caught me by surprise. Hey,
You want honesty.
So, from what I can understand, and me knowing and dealing with a Shani, divine dummy Jamila Briscoe, she doesn't seem like she had a lot of friends growing up. So, did you find that you and Kat were her only friends, or?
Yes, she only hung out with her family basically, and then Kat and I.
Wow. And so
I don't think I've ever met a friend of hers besides a female she was sleeping with that she met on the chat line.
Oh, I didn't even know. So if she did have a friend, it was someone that she met off the chat lines.
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious! That's a new information for me. I didn't even expect that. That's great information. Thank you for that. Now she being a little bit older, what about her maturity level? Was it clearly that she was an older woman, a young lady coming into her prime, or did she have the same mindset that you guys had as teenagers?
I mean, there were some things that were off about her, but I mean, at that time and at that age, I wasn't really peeping out that it was crazy.
Right.
It was like, okay, I'm drinking, so, my mind ain't all the way in the right spot. And then, she would like ask me to ride with her, to ride past Aaron's house, and then, Aaron would get like girlfriends, and she'd go to their houses and try to jump on them and jump on their mamas in the yard.
Wow.
And I thought it was funny at the time because I was young and dumb, drinking, partying, and it was entertainment for me. So I just go along just to watch the circus act.
Wow.
But I didn't think it was, that abnormal because I wasn't used to really anything else. That was who she was, and again, that was the party house. So I just thought she was just the party girl.
Oh, wow.
But as I've gotten older, she's gotten progressively more dangerous and more psychotic, more hurtful, more disgusting, more pathetic, more desperate. I can go on and on.
I can hear it. I hear more and more and more. That's great. For the audience's sake, because I understand the story very well, but for the audience's sake, because they get a little confused, explain the Aaron dynamic between you and Shani.
Okay. So I had met Aaron through somebody I was seeing for 4 months.
And Aaron is about what? He's about your age?
No, Aaron's a little bit older than me. He's 3 years older than me.
Okay.
3.
All right.
2.5, almost 3.
All right. Okay.
So basically, she's doing all that she was doing for everybody. So Aaron was the one that had to take one for the team, and she ended up like falling in love with him. And I can remember she started taking like fertility pills, and she had a bunch of like, the fertility tests that you take to see when you're fertile.
Right.
And they get into fights all the time because she would ask to be with him, try to go act the damn fool everywhere he was. It was one night we was like, okay, want some pizza, want to hang out. Aaron called Shani. So Aaron called Shani. Happened to be around the time that she was doing these fertility testings, and it just happened to be when she was fertile. They had sex. He was willing to do it. He was erect. He willingly had sex with her, but about the time that he got ready to come, you know, he'd usually pull out. She like wrapped her legs and everything around him, and we weren't there for that. We were in the living room, but we overheard him like screaming at her and going off, and we ended up all leaving that night. And he was like pissed off. He dropped everybody off, and it was done. About maybe 2.5 weeks later, we all got went to get my mail, and in my mailbox was a pregnancy test with her wet urine on it, where she was proving to everybody she was pregnant. It was a positive test. She put one in his mama's mailbox, mine, his grandma's mailbox. It was insane. And that was the moment I realized something is seriously wrong with this heifer here.
Yeah, that's bananas already. It's nuts. I did hear Aaron talk to either you or Kat. I think he talked to the cat, and he did explain that, you know, yeah, he was erect and everything, but he had, you know, he wanted to get out of that situation. He wanted to get out. He wanted to pull out, and here he is. He felt basically like he was raped in a sense, you know. So I actually heard him say that, and it goes to the story.
He felt he was raped with the disposal of his semen, which he was. Now, he wasn't raped with the actual physical act, but the disposal of what he wanted to do with his semen and what was agreed upon was completely taken from him. Right. He had no choice in the matter.
So, I mean, yeah, definitely.
And she was a big girl, and she hadn't lost any weight. She was bigger than y'all had seen her.
Oh, wow. What? I mean, I seen her.
Like, when she first kind of got on YouTube, like, she was about that weight.
Okay.
Not like she kind of is now in her fluctuation.
Okay, because I seen her huge, and yeah. So she was actually, so she wasn't really attractive even then, huh?
No.
Jeez Louise. Did she...
She was, like, when we, like, first kind of started hanging out with her, she was actually a really pretty girl. Right. She didn't seem like she was really crazy. She was real pretty. She ended up gaining a bunch of weight. I don't remember what happened, but she ended up gaining a bunch of weight. And then she lost again. She does that. She, like, gains it, loses it, gains it, loses it. But I'll tell you this, when she loses weight, she's a very pretty young lady. Well, she ain't young no more, but...
Right. Okay, I'll be fair about it, and I say that if you say so, and I will have to go along with that. Now, I understand, you know, that she didn't have a lot of boys. Oh, I'm sorry. So, yeah, you gotta finish off the Aaron dynamic. So, she is impregnated by Aaron, and she goes and acts the fool. Aaron probably resents the fact that she got pregnant in the first place, and he's looking to bail out by then. Is that about right, or something else happened?
Yes, he immediately quit going over there, immediately quit talking to her, asked all of us not to hang out with her. But at that point, she and I had developed a friendship, so I was like, the hell with you, that's my homegirl, I'm gonna hang out with her.
Okay. All right. That's all. Okay, that's about right. And then I guess a few years later, maybe 4 or 5, a few years later, then you had a relationship with Aaron.
That was several years later. This was after a falling out that she had over some other guy she was messing with, and she assumed because I liked French fries and he liked McDonald's French fries that all of a sudden we were having sex and in love behind her back. So we had a huge falling out, and I didn't speak to her for about 2.5, 3 years. I had remained friends with Aaron, and at that time, Aaron was like, hey, my mama moved out of state. I don't really have anywhere to go. I'm like, yo, I got a couch. Come on over. Hanging out, kicking it. Eventually, after a few months, one thing led to another, and we were talking.
You're funny.
I know.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. All right, so I mean that sounds great and dandy. And now, of course, Aaron being annoyed with Shani, resentful of Shani, probably didn't have a lot to do with Shani and the new baby. And I don't know what Shani was like back then, but I can see that she could be very demanding and kind of a jackass.
Yeah.
Was she?
He made attempts to spend time with Tyrese and like took Christmas presents over there, tried to get him on his birthday, and she just either wouldn't let him in or
she wanted something.
Right. Well, about that time she started messing with Frankie, so she wasn't caring about what Aaron was doing.
I copy. I get you. Yeah. All right. So So
she got over one infatuation and found a new one, basically.
Yeah, and what we've talked about way back when, she does get very infatuated to the point of obsessed over these men that enter her life for however long they're into her life.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Well, basically, it does not stop until she finds a new victim. She went from some guy that I had never met. I just heard stories about it. Supposedly, he looked like Method Man. That's all I basically know about this one.
Okay.
Then she went on to Aaron next. From Aaron, and that dude, the one that supposedly looked like Method Man, was a friend of Aaron.
Okay.
That's how I've heard about it.
All right.
Then from Aaron, she ended up meeting Frankie because he had just got out of prison. From Frankie, it was DeVille. That's the one she wanted to kill me over eating McDonald's French fries. And then she was just kind of like, kind of solo. Then she decided she wanted to be with women, and it was this girl named Laurel that she met over the internet. And then after Laurel didn't want nothing to do with her, here comes De Niro Red. And that is her current situation.
All right, and we all know what's really going on in that situation. Do you feel, is it her wanting that this situation to be real so bad that she thinks that it's real?
Does she think that it's real?
Yeah, does she?
I absolutely believe she thinks it's real.
So
she absolutely has to. She cannot attack me the way that she is when I've been nothing but good to her. Well, up until this YouTube stuff.
Right.
But prior to that, I was nothing but good to her. And she just came full force attacking me. She's attacked every person on the internet I've ever spoken to. She attacked people in her chat room. She attacked people that are her supporters.
Right.
She attacked her family.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, I see. It's beyond nuts, and it's big. It's really bizarre. Like, she almost needs to be hospitalized. That's how I look at her, and I'm not saying this for joking purposes.
She needs it. She needs medication. Seriously, I'm not playing. I'm not being mean when I say that to her. I mean it.
Yeah, and you say this. You say these things because it can help maybe keep that family together. You know, keep the kids together with the mother, man. Let them live some kind of normal life, but because this can't be normal. Now, I don't know if you was around, but and this is one of the things that got me annoyed. That now Divine Dummy Shani is now talking crap about her mother, her uncle, and a whole bunch of people. But in 2007 to 2010, Jamila left those kids with grandma, and then from the summer of 2015 to the summer of 2016, again she had left the kids with grandma.
Right.
So and
there is nothing wrong with Cherry at all.
Right. And so I did, and she did all this stuff without even getting paid, any money from Jamila. Jamila gave her not a cent on behalf of the kids to take care of. And this is how she treats her. And around 2007, were you around her, or were you aware of what was going on in her life in 2007?
No, we actually did not speak for 7 years after the French fry incident.
Oh. Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, we didn't speak for 7 whole years after that. And I actually did not start talking back to her again until maybe it was like the year that I met you when you were saying things to her, and then I attacked you for her.
All right. Yeah.
That was when I first started talking to her again. So at that time, I didn't realize how bad she had gotten. So I thought I was defending somebody that just had a few issues, maybe loved too hard.
Right.
But no, she's freaking nuts.
Yeah, I hated your guts when you. Nah, I'm kidding.
Oh, you didn't hate my guts. You just disliked me strongly.
Nah. I actually didn't. I understood everything, and I get why you said that. But you know what? Now it makes sense why you wasn't aware of her, because you wasn't aware of her. Like, oh my God, you don't see what's going on. Like, you really didn't see because you wasn't around. Okay, it makes a lot more sense now. Now I'm learning more and more about you and the situation. So it cannot be possibly any truth, because Jamila Shani is a pathological liar and a wanting, persistent liar. So the things that she's saying about her own mother cannot be possibly be true in any case, in any possible way.
Right. Her mother is a wonderful person. I love her mother. She is a beautiful person inside out, and she's done nothing but try to support Shani through all the crazy, take care of her kids, send her money. She's done nothing but try to help her. Well, besides get her mental health, which is probably where she's lacked. So there's the one bad thing I say about her. She should have got her mental health a long time ago.
Yeah, she should have did it as a kid, and that way it wouldn't be such a hard transition now. It would be a normal thing to her, and she wouldn't reject it all the time. But if you bring up mental health and you know her and your family, she will definitely have a bad reaction to you. So
right.
I mean, it's okay, but us people that trolls, I guess, or YouTubers, but to have
Crazy
family.
people don't know they're crazy.
I think I almost think that's almost impossible to not see that she is crazy.
She doesn't. I said crazy people don't think they're crazy.
Oh, you're right, absolutely. And she's probably one of those crazy persons that wouldn't take their medication because all those crazy people that say, no, I don't want to take my medication, I'm fine now. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because I've never seen her on it. I would hope that she would kind of take herself out of all this social media, try to get her life together, try to get her kids together, and be on the medication and look back and reflect and be like, my God, I was tripping. I was really tripping, and feel like she needs the medicine. That is my hope for her if she ever gets on it.
Yeah, if that ever happens, I will. I actually hope for that all the time. I really do. I do it for not really her sake, but there is a sadness about her that is overwhelming. I can understand why you guys from time to time get sad about her because
frustrated. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like you look at her and you just see such sadness inside of her, and she's not had a good life, and she's not had a fun life, and she's always been at odds with people, and I just see so much sadness in her, and I'm sure you do as well from time to time.
Yes.
Now, where you're not going to be sad for her is the things that she's been saying lately. She's been talking a lot of crap about her family and friends like you, saying some disgusting, raunchy stuff, too numerous to bring up, and quite frankly, we know that she's a prolific liar, a fantastical liar, so we don't want to really go ape shit on the things that she says. Is there anything that you want to bring up to totally dismiss one way or the other, or would you just like to just pass over this altogether?
I mean, you're welcome to ask a question if you want to, but as far as like me just putting a statement out there on the things that she said about me, not really, because she holds no water to nothing. And I've gone through this now for a year. I'm used to it. I see that she's gotten crazier and crazier and that she's out of her batshit ass mind. So I'm not even going to give her any type of recognition on any of the types of horrible, hellacious lies that she said. She can tell them. Anybody can believe it. I don't know anybody out there. The people that know me in my life know it's not true, and I'm good with that. But if you want to ask a question, I'll answer it.
No, like I said before, I don't want to give liars any platform. I won't give them the time of day to repeat their lies and bullshit and just nonsense. So your answer was a very good answer, and no, I don't want to ask you any questions about that. I do want to say, is there anything that warrants? Is there anything that you've done on your part that you wish maybe you want to take back and not have added to the stress of her?
Oh, absolutely. I wish to God that I would have known when I was playing that joke on her that those kids were listening to me, because never in a million years would I want them to think I slaughtered a pig. I don't want them to think that I would come over there and blow their brains out. It was like, that night we were drinking a little bit. She had been messing with us all day. She had called Kat and was like, just going on and on, like, please give me advice. What should I do about Dinero? Should I leave him alone? And so then she started getting mad at the advice Kat was giving her, which was like, yes, leave him alone. So then at that point, we just started messing with her and giving her a dose of what she had been giving us. And I just prayed to God that those children do not really believe that I would hurt them.
I mean, I've heard it, and it didn't sound like you guys meant it. It sounds like you guys were playing along, but kids being in that household can be easily manipulated to believe whatever Divine Dummy says to believe.
And on top of that, I feel like me knowing that those kids were in the house, I shouldn't have played with her like that, because that's just going to make her get more crazy, act more crazy. And when I hang up that phone and I'm done with the joke, those kids got to sit there and continue to deal with that. So I feel bad about the joke completely and entirely, the whole situation.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no, not really. Because you're dealing with most of you guys don't actually know her. You guys never had love for her. You never had a friendship with her. You never, spent life and moments together. So for her to attack Kat and I this way is very hurtful. And so a lot of times we lash out because it is emotionally draining. It kills us inside that she's turned out this way.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what can I do about it? Nothing.
Yeah. And I said this to Kat earlier, and I think I said this to you before when we talked. I say that you guys got great hearts. I mean, you can hear it from time to time, and you guys actually do care. You have great hearts. I can hear passion. I can hear great loving in your voices and in the things that you talk about between both of you and Kat. And that's made me, one of the things make me realize that I should try to renew my friendship with you guys, at least be cordial with you guys, because you guys are ultimately decent people, good people, and things just got all fucked up for a period of time, and so that's what I want to say about that, because I do think that you guys are good people, but I just don't understand why your ex-friend or your friend can't see that you are a good person still, and would never cross the boundaries anyway.
Right. She's never gonna see it, because in her head she really believes that we have stolen dinero from her.
Yeah.
She really believes it, like it's true. Like she really believes. And I've joked with her and I'm like, what I do, Shani? Fly out on my unicorns to Atlanta? Come on now. You know better than that.
Yeah.
She seriously is crazy and truly believes that something has happened with us. But then do you notice she'll go back and forth and she'll be like, in text messages to me, oh, you ruined him. You sleeping with him. He don't ever want you. And then in the next video, she'll be like, he's never met you before. He doesn't know you.
Right.
His mother denies you. And I'm like, what? Like, what is it?
Yeah, it's a little. Me and Kat was talking about it. It sounds a little schizo. It's a little bit of schizophrenia that goes on with her, and it's odd because I don't normally see her as schizophrenic, but in those times, and I know that she's lying, it seems schizophrenic to me. It's a really bizarre thing. Did you ever even notice schizophrenia as being a symptom of hers?
Here lately, yes, now that you bring it up, I would definitely say so, because it's like she has all kind of different versions of reality, and she goes back and forth on what she believes are facts and what she believes are not facts. Right. And it's insane.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's definitely a characteristic, for sure.
yeah, I mean, I see it, and it's just really just off-putting. Do you think even now that she has, or does she can remember the love that you guys shared with one another? Because I get the sense that she's probably, from time to time, is calling your phone or texting your phone up and trying to talk almost normal like. Is that what's going on behind the scenes sometimes?
Yes, she does, absolutely. And I told her I'm done with her, and then comes the rage. And then it's back to the same stuff.
Oh, wow. So it's like a little...
Cat humors her. Cat will humor her. When she calls Cat will humor her and, try to give her advice, because that's who Cat is. Cat is motherly. So Cat will be like, okay, bygones be bygones. I'm going to give you advice. Whereas as far as I go, I feel like I've been the most attacked when it comes to me and Cat. So I just feel like I don't want nothing to do with her.
I get it. Yeah.
So when she calls me, I don't have shit to say to you at all, girlfriend.
Yeah, I would imagine there's a lot of hurt your way, and you probably didn't do anything. Of course you didn't do anything, and she makes up this fantastical world of hers in her head that she really believes. Otherwise, why would she get so mad and so retardedly mad? Yeah, so I mean...
And I can tell you this, I have never met De Niro Red in my life. I've never even had a phone conversation with him. The only interaction I have ever had with him is he sent me a Facebook message and was like, what's wrong with your girl? And I think I typed back crazy, and that was it. That's the only conversation we have ever had in life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why she's not even thinking for a moment, like De Niro's really he's in jail. And he's not going to be, he doesn't have a smartphone in there, and he's not making phone calls every day to people that he don't know, which is Tiffany or Cat. I just don't,
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. But again, she's in La La Land.
Zero sense.
Yeah, she's in La La Land. So that, if you being as optimistic as you can be, do you think there's any chance whatsoever that Shani would get her head on straight and maybe you guys can repair your friendship?
We'll never repair our friendship ever again. I've dealt with similar things and issues with her before, and it's never gotten this completely out of hand. And she has completely slandered who I am all over this YouTube crazy internet love drama fantasy life she's created for herself. And there's nothing on this planet that she can ever do to make me put myself in that situation again. Now, will I forgive her? Yes, because that's my job as a human being. Will I ever put myself in a position like I have before to do this repeatedly? I'm as crazy as her if I don't learn from my mistake on that.
Absolutely. That's very good.
I can't keep doing this with her. I can't do it.
No, hey, listen, I can't blame you. I mean, just hearing this stuff the last couple of weeks, it's just been I just don't. It's just disgusting, and there's no way that I could forgive anyone just for the last couple of weeks, let alone the last year plus or 2 years now. It's too much. There's no way to repair that. But do you what do you think is, because you've seen her be crazy and out of control, maybe not to the point of where she's at now. Is there a likelihood that she's going to catch herself and get back to some normalcy during this time?
That's a good question. I mean, she has before when she's kind of gone crazy, but she's never really gone this crazy. And I truly believe that she's so far over the edge, I don't think she's coming back. Sadly, I just really don't think I'll ever see the old Shani ever again.
I feel the same way. I feel like she's definitely crossed boundaries, and she's doing it so destructively and without care that she's making some huge mistakes. And I don't think that she can really help herself. I think that's her anxiety makes her do it, and so she does it.
Yeah, she's killing herself with this stuff.
Yeah.
She is slowly killing herself. You can see the bags under her eyes.
Yeah.
You can see that she's losing weight, and she's not losing weight by working out and doing a good dieting program, because she's still ordering fast food, and she's still sitting in front of a computer screen for hours and hours on end every day. So she has to be not sleeping and starving herself.
Right. Yeah, you can see that her looks have just deteriorated. She's definitely not sleeping. I don't know if she's taking drugs. I don't think that she's drinking like she was before, but she's definitely not sleeping, and she's definitely spending way too much time on social media and not really interacting with her kids in any kind of real meaningful way. Though I do understand that the authorities have been in touch with her. They have her being drug tested, and I think that.
Thank God.
Yeah, but she did refuse one of the drug tests because she couldn't pass it. So she did refuse the drug test, but I don't know the results of that. And
yeah, I'd like to see if she found something more than weed. Really, I'd like to see if she is, because she's just erratic.
yeah, I like you said, I don't think there's any coming back for her. And if she does come back, it will only be fake anyway until she gets mad or upset anyway. Unless she's on medication, she's not coming back. And that's unfortunate. What do you think is going to? I mean, you know the kids very well, and I know. You know what? Matter of fact, we're gonna skip that question. Never mind that question. Well, I know you have a good place in your heart for the kids, and despite you making a mistake and saying something that was taken way out of context and blown up way out of proportion. But I know you have.
No, I said it. It wasn't taken out of content or anything. It was just meant to be for her ears only, as just something that doesn't hold any water, that I would never do. And she proceeded to put me on speakerphone because I could hear in the video she played. I could hear Danielle freaking out. And if I had even heard Danielle in the background, I would have stopped immediately. But I could hear it after the recording was playing. And that broke my heart to hear that she heard me say that. And then also, that's my daughter's brother that's over there. Did I just ruin my daughter's relationship with her brother when he gets older? Is he, because I know now she won't let him talk to her, but is he going to be too scared to reach out to his sister when he becomes 18? I wonder if I damaged my daughter by, that phone call was a huge mistake all around. There's nothing positive that came out of it.
I am sorry that you got
did that dumb shit.
Yeah, you saying some dumb shit. But I mean,
I did.
Yeah, but you did get pushed into this dumb shit. I mean, she should take some responsibility as well. She should be, as a matter of fact, she should be really responsible for her own kids' well-being more so than you, and not play some stupid shit like that to her kids. But of course, she doesn't care about the kids so much. She only cares about how she can use this information to make you look bad and fuck you over. So it's not
right.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You can hear her telling Danielle to shut up and saying all kinds of stuff to Danielle, but you're the one that brought her into it by putting it on speaker. You knew what I was saying wasn't real because you were laughing. But then you want to turn it around like I'm serious and it's real and the kids are all hurt by it. That the kids are probably definitely hurt by it. They're probably scared. I could hear fear in Danielle's voice. Like, what? She's outside, she's coming over. Like, she should have never put that on speaker, but then again, she wouldn't have had nothing to put on speaker if I hadn't made the stupid call.
Right. Yeah, well, I can definitely hear the sadness and sorrow about what you've done, and I do feel bad for you. I'm sorry for you for saying that as well, and I know it's very hurtful to you. And I wish you luck, and maybe something will happen, and all that stuff can be overlooked, and you can have a relationship with those girls when the time comes. So don't give up yet.
Or at least Eris with Tyrese. I'm most worried about Eris and Tyrese, my daughter and her brother, right. Because my daughter absolutely loves him. He looks just like his daddy. So she sees him and she just sees another version of her daddy, and she just loves him and just talks about him all the time. Right. And I just really hope I didn't mess that up for her.
Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Kids are very strong, and especially with the stuff that most kids have to go through in their heads and in their hearts. I mean, they're going to have so many other things that's flying around their heads and hearts that they, this one thing, they probably going to forget the impact of what was said and how it was said and the words, the exact words. So that stuff will work itself out in time. So don't hold that too tight. Don't.
I hope so.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, and your relationships with those kids at some point will be fine. By the time they become adults, at least. So, but anyway, Tiffany, really do thank you for your perspective and giving me the interview. You were a lot of fun. You made a lot of sense here, and I'm really sorry that you have been raked through the mud by just lies and just nonsense. I really am sorry for you about that. And I wish you nothing but the best in your life. I believe that you have a good heart. I know that you have a good heart, and I know that you're a good person. So I wish you nothing but success moving forward.
I wish you absolutely the same and believe that you have a great heart too. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, we're gonna make out then soon.
Boy, now you going too far.
Okay, I was just messing around.
Nah, there will never be any naked pictures of me ever all over the internet. Ever.
Will you stop it? That was
like Shani was, I'm not talking about nobody but Shani and that booty hole that was sticking up in the air. That's why she calling everybody else hoes. She got a lot of nerve with her body floating, her coochie and everything floating all over the internet, and got the nerve to be calling somebody else a hoe.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Y'all ain't never gonna see no naked pictures of me, ever.
Well, just send me your naked pictures directly to me, okay?
No. Enough.
Okay, well, maybe next time. I do think
I wouldn't hold my breath.
I'm not gonna hold my breath. All right, Tiffany.
Good, that's be wise.
Tiffany, thank you very much for doing the interview with me, and I'll have you'll be on the Google Cast tomorrow with your friend Kat tomorrow at around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish on my Google Cast, and I can't wait to have you there. You have some more questions and the audience participation, and I'm just gonna have you you ladies on by yourselves. And then maybe later on I'll have some decent people who come on and ask you a question or two. Something like that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. I'll talk to you then.
Yes, you will. Take care, darling.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was the lovely and talented Tiffany. She, again, has a great heart. And she's unfortunately made a mistake in a situation where it's just going to be hurtful to the kids because the kid's mother has no interest in protecting the kids' hearts and minds. She wants to use that information to, again, make herself look better and quite frankly, it's just disgusting behaviors. Tiffany shouldn't have said what she said, but she already resents it. She regrets it, and she just wished she can at some point, make amends with those kids and have everything back to normal in terms of how they view her and how they deal and relate with her. So anyway, folks, that was lovely Tiffany. I'm glad she is a friend of mine and did the interview. And I can't wait to have her on my Google tomorrow. My Google Cast, that is. Not my Google. That's my Google. I'm going to have her on my Google. No, I can't wait to have her on my Google Cast with a lovely friend Kat, and it's going to be a blast. My name is RPJ, and this has been Johnathan Steele.
That was the Reginald P. Jones Show, and he was RPJ.
Get it. Yeah. Where's that? Right here. Yeah. Now, I'm the rap maniac with the hooligan eyes. Who's cooler than I? Whack niggas move it aside. When you heard I was a big deal, you was surprised. West Coast bitch, put your W's in the sky. I spent my days as a refugee till the rap game came to rescue me. I left my wrist paved in accessories, a dangerous necessity. I came here to wreck them seeds. You wrong if you thinking Wayne was the recipe. Nah, he ain't worthy of that. The controversy is back. Get out the Kool-Aid, stir me your back. See, I prefer to relax, but I can't, and God knows it. Gotta stay raw with the flow that I'm diagnosed with. Oh shit, niggas keep fucking with my emotions. Maybe that's the reason I suffer from psychosis. Shocking is high voltage. Fuck it, my life's hopeless. So I had to make sure I killed it when I wrote this.
Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline. Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline. Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline. Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline.
Hey yo, bounce like a trampoline, thousands of amps is me. Kids run up on your school campus and slap a ding. I grew up on baggy jeans, pornographic nasty dreams. Moral of my damn story, life is in a happy scene. Wish I was stacking cream, wish I had a Lamborghini. Wish I had the cover on the Rolling Stones magazine. I'm sick of the radio playing all these faggot teens. Keep it real, show me something ill that I haven't seen. For 10 years I've been working on ill flows and finally got a fucking record deal and I'm still broke. Man, that's not common, bombs that I'm dropping the dope. But all that I can afford is some top ramen. I noticed that y'all niggas like the dumb the stats. I should stomp your ass out until your lungs collapse. No more corny cowabunga rap, we done with that, it's a rap. Keep it up and get your tongue detached, come on.
Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline. Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline. Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce like a trampoline. Hope you probably make 'em bounce. Hope you probably make 'em bounce.
Yeah, I'm the last of a dying breed. Hip hop lacks a variety. That's the reason I thrash on society. I get laughed at when I clash with a rivalry until they feel the wrath when I smash on their dynasty. But I ain't Hollywood, I'm still the same kid. Up on the same shit, rapping in the basement. Catch me at your local school skating, busting tray flips, left shoelace rip. You know how them days get, listen while the bass hit. Only thing that changed is the way the girls act, cause now they think I'm amazing. I used to be the nigga chicks didn't wanna hang with, sitting alone with a Capri Sun and raisins. My senior year in high school, I was always truant. Had a lot of homework, but I would never do it. Screw it, I'm the king now, homie, take a bow. You need the crowd jumping, I could probably make a bounce.
Hope you probably make 'em bounce.